Everyone, and welcome back to my K-pop tarot channel. Today I'm going to be continuing doing viewers requests, which you left all the questions for me to answer. I also want to thank you for 600 subscribers. I'm very thankful for it. So recently I left a poll where I asked you guys to post one question which you guys would like to get tarot's perspective on as an answer. And I took all the questions that were left, before the deadline. And yeah, without further ado, please consider subscribing, liking, and let's start. So the next question sounds like this. Is there something between Minji from NewJeans and Soobin from TXT? And what is the nature of their relationship? Do they communicate with each other? So thank you so much for your question. So let's see. Minji and Soobin. So I will do current, past, and future relationship of theirs. So what is the current relationship or connection between Soobin from TXT and NewJeans Minji? One card only. Soobin and Minji. So it's currently. What was their relationship like in the past between Soobin from TXT and Minji from NewJeans? Okay, so this one, and these four. And what is going to be their... I did not finish the question. So what is going to be their connection like moving forward in the future? This one. So what is the current connection between Minji and Soobin? What is the current connection between Minji and Soobin? This one and this one. What was their connection like in the past? This one. And finally, what about their future? This one. Okay, so let's see what cards did we get. So let's start off this time around with the past, since I revealed the cards already. So for the past connection of theirs, I received the cards of Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Swords, the card of the Tower being in reverse, and Five of Pentacles being in reverse. And from the Oracle, I got the card of Sun in Scorpio and Dorrance. So in the past, I think that Minji, since Soobin is, her senior, I think that she really looked up, for him as an idol. And I think that she was a big fan of his work, so she was really excited to meet Soobin in real life, because for her it felt like she is meeting some sort of celebrity, a well-known person. And I think that she had a lot of anxiety in the past when she talked with Soobin. It was quite awkward at first, but I think that Soobin knows how difficult it is to be a rookie idol and how much people expect from you. And I think that he was one of the few people who actually gave support to NewJeans in the past, and Minji particularly, since we're talking about their connection. And I think that he was maybe like defending her for maybe doing something that is normal for us as a humans, but not in idol world. So maybe he shared quite a few secrets, you know, how to eat food, for example, secretly, or how to lose weight, or what kind of expectations the company itself has on trainees and on rookie groups. So in the past I could maybe guess that there could have been a couple of conversations where Soobin shared his knowledge on being an idol, on being a how to not overwork yourself, you know, just but the whole conversation was a bit awkward, or just, you know, their connection, like in the past, is all about being colleagues that respect one another's work, but not actually, like, you know, have any feelings towards one another, but just, you know, very work like orientated connection. So what is their connection like now? For now, I got the cards of the lovers and the organization and the card of domination. So I think that these two could have some sort of connection currently. Maybe, like, you know, the lovers suggest maybe they have a crush on one another, or have really big admiration for one another as, you know, individuals. The card of organization suggests that, you know, they are from one organization, they work towards achieving one goal, so that, you know, is being successful, that is to gain profits for the company. And they could, you know, the company could try and force the groups of, you know, TXT and NewJeans to compete against one another, but actually all they want to is, you know, to hang out with one another. They want to get to know each other way better. I reckon that as of currently, the universe suggests that these two have a lot in common with one another, and if they were to date, I think that they would be really great lovers and really great couple, because they're quite similar to one another, and they, you know, could be very compatible, if that makes sense. And I think that they quite know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and they try to help one another in any way that they can possibly, you know, help one another with. And I reckon that they could have conversations since and they could communicate with one another. I think that you know, since NewJeans is currently in very deep situation involving law, and there's, you know, disagreements between them as a group and the company that they're currently in, and I think that Soobin is actually one of the few people in the company who actually is rooting for NewJeans and Minji to win the case, because it's going to be a win not only for NewJeans but for idols that, you know, suffer from quite similar things. It could be like, you know, actually truth coming to the release of the public, and I think that Soobin knows how important Minji's actions are, and I think that he supports her throughout, and I think that they could be quite close with one another, but I think that the company doesn't want that to be the case, because, you know, they want to separate NewJeans from the other groups, from Hype and like Big Hit, you know, away from NewJeans, and just, you know, separate all of them, you know, trying not to get any contact with one another. But I think that behind the scenes they could be supporting one another in ways that we do not expect. And what about their future? For future, I got the cards of the Magician and the card of the Secrets. So in the future I could maybe guess that they could work together on some sort of project, and I think that that project could involve fashion somehow. So maybe they could become an ambassador for or like promote quite famous fashion related like brand, or they could attend some sort of fashion related show and could have interactions there. I think that um, this connection for both of them is like, you always wish to have that person you can trust, and I think that both of them could have that admiration for one another. But at the same time, I also think that um, this connection is very secretive, and I don't think that the public will ever get to know about this connection, or like, have that many moments quote of them interacting like on public. But behind the scenes I think that they could be really great friends, and this connection could, if time and effort is going to be invested into this connection, for them to interact, I could see this blooming into something deeper. But for that it takes a lot of time, and a lot of effort will have to be put in order for them to actually have something deeper. So I'm not sure if this reading made any sense. I tried my best. Thank you so much for recommending, and goodbye.